Hi everybody, welcome to Andy's beer reviews, and today we are looking at this. This is the Efes Draft. It's 5% ABV in a 500ml can. Hi there everybody. Right then, I've had this one before. I've had this in a bottle, but I've not had the can. Not even reviewed this before. It's an interesting one. It's the Efes Draft. I've not. To be fair, there's not a lot on it. Calls it Mediterranean beer, and it's a fresh draft beer taste. Done a little bit of research. It's going to be a very light ale, and I think the fact that it's draft, I think they get the draft flavour because it's not fully pasteurised. So I think once it's manufactured, I think they want to drink it quickly, and I think that freshness is supposed to give it its just out of the tap taste. So I'm expecting this to be quite light. I am expecting to be a little bit malty and smooth. Almost, although they do a Pilsner, I'm expecting to be that Pilsner type of drink, although technically this is a light ale. Now, we don't talk enough about the way beers are packaged, but this is quite nice actually. It is a cast type and it's shaped can, and it's just a very attractive can design. It's just one of those things which just helps draw the eye to it and just makes you think, Joe, this just might be something. I'm not expecting anything particularly special from this one, but it might surprise me, and the shape of the can goes partly into doing that. Let's crack it open and let's see what it's like. So we've got a little foil on it there, and that's probably to help you get the idea that whatever you're going to pour is going to be slightly fresh. So it's got that, and then it's got a traditional nipple. Let's get that pour, let's see what it's like. I'm getting a very faint waft of hop. Do that, but yeah, like we thought that it is. It's very light. It is very. Perhaps there's not a lot of carbonation in it. There's a little bit, but not as much as you would expect with a Pilsner. One finger, fluffy white head, and a very light straw, honey-coloured almost beer. Very clear. Latin in there as well. Now, I'm not a fan of light and light coloured ales, so this one's going to be interesting. I'm going to get my nose in there, see what it smells like. And that's interesting. It is mild malts coming out of it, but I did describe it as almost like honey coloured, and there is actually, I would call that a very honey aroma. It is sweet. It's not very hoppy. It is just a very sweet, malty aroma. It's not too unpleasant actually, surprisingly. I'm gonna have a little taste. Cheers, everybody. Oh, the honey flavour comes through. So there is. So that aroma we're getting, the honey, does come through in a sweet honey taste from there. There is a honey sweetness, there's a malty sweetness that comes out of it, but it's actually quite well balanced. I have to say that it's not very complex. It is very one-dimensional. It's a sweet beer. But it's 5%, so it's a sessionable beer. Actually tastes a little bit stronger than 5%. It does taste like a couple of percent more than that. But my mouth's coated with this honey sweetness. Like I said, it's not unpleasant. It could quite easily be if they've not turned it up a notch, but they haven't. It's actually quite a pleasant drink, that. It's easy drinking. It's very smooth. tingle from the carbonation. For me, it's a little bit overcarbonated. I'm getting a dryness at the back of the throat. Maybe after a couple it might turn into a lasting bitterness, but I'm not getting a lot of bitterness through it at the moment. It just is a sweet ale. Probably not too different to how kind of meads would have been back in the early days of beers. It is that very sweet honey drink. I'm struggling with it a bit because I feel as if I shouldn't like it, but actually I do. So it's light, crisp, refreshing. I could drink a few of these, and for that alone, I'm going to score it a 7 out of 10. Cheers, everybody.